Hey folks, I'm Steph, and today I've got a new pair of gym green boots. These are the Workhorse Moc-Toes in Bronco. So I picked these up on pre-sale a few months ago for right around 280 bucks. And on top of that, over here, I picked up their cap, the olive cap. I really like this color. It's got a nice wash, faded wash to it, and it fits my head nicely. It's got the gym green slogan, footwear with attitude, embroidered on the back, and front and center, good old gym green frog. But you're here for the boots, so let's just get into it. Alrighty, so you got the obligatory gym green sticker, of course, and then we got the boots. Let's go ahead and pop these out of the box here. Put this box aside. And here are the boots. So these are my first pair of gym greens in their Bronco leather, and I'm already really liking the look of them. I just think this leather looks beautiful right out of the box. So this is Gym Green's take on a pull-up leather, meaning that the leather is impregnated with a bunch of oils and conditioners that kind of like break apart a little bit as they're stretched, and they have a lighter hue. That's kind of how where the pull-up name comes from. So you can see here on this boot, when you pull up on the leather or stretch it, the lighter hues come out of it as those conditioners, waxes, and such break apart. So this style of leather shows a unique character as you wear them, and it kind of highlights, your personal wear, like where you touch it to like put the boot on, or let's say where your ankle rests, or where you bump it and rub it against different things. It'll show your personal touch on the boots, so every boot will be slightly different as each person wears it. And this fresh hue here can be brought back to original with just a little bit of conditioner, like mink oil. That's what I use for my non-wax boots. And as you can see here, you can really see that contrast here between the toe and the tongue. That'll be kind of the range that you'll see with the different hues of the leather. Alright, so Gym Greens, their new Moc-Toes, they come in two different models. One being the Meander and the other the Workhorse. From my understanding, the Meanders are kind of like a rugged substitute for sneakers. When I was watching their videos and looking at their marketing, that's kind of the gist I got from them. While the Workhorses are a bit more substantial. So they have a reinforced collar. They have an extra eyelet if you really want to secure the boot on. They have this bigger wraparound heel counter, so you have a bit more coverage back there, and a steel shank, and their tire wedge sole here. While the Meanders, they have a padded collar, they don't have a shank at all, and they have their Oringo sole, which doesn't have as much traction as these. But overall, the boots are built pretty similarly, with obviously the standout from the rest of the lineup being that true moccasin construction here. And what that means is that the leather is pulled up from the bottom and then stitched, hand stitched into this apron here. And then it's Blake stitched down into the mid and slip sole. While other Jim Green boots are stitched down construction, meaning that the leather gets pulled down from the top and then is stitched down into the mid and slip sole around the border right here. Okay, so this is built on Jim Green's brand new last. It's the MT or Moc-Toe last, and that's a nice roomy 3E on the width here. And looking online, basically what they said is that they blended the width of the JG last with the height of the STC last with extra room here at the toes due to the Moc-Toe. So for comparison, we have the width of the lugged Razorbacks here, and then we have the height of the STC last on the rugged African Troopers. Right. So when I put these on to check for size and fitment, I noticed that they felt a little bit longer than my other Jim Green boots. And I'm just gonna chalk that up to not knowing how Moc-Toes really fit. I think that little bit of extra wiggle room, especially for the tip of the toes, made the boot feel longer. But when I shoved my fingers down behind my heels, they actually fit right about the same. So that's just a difference in fit between the construction types. So I went for the Workhorses over the Meanders because I like the idea of that steel shank with a slightly more rugged and durable upper design. And I'm usually not a fan of padded colors. I can get away with it with the Razorbacks, but I generally don't like that feeling rubbing against my ankles and mostly my Achilles back here. So that's why I went with the Workhorses. They just kind of fit my preferences for boot specs and aesthetics more than the Meanders did. And just trying them on for fit and B-roll, they're pretty comfortable right out of the box. That's mostly because of the extra roomy toe feel. All I need to do now is break in the instep here and let them cinch around my ankles for these to slot right into my daily boot rotation. I'll keep y'all posted with the break-in, how they wear, my upkeep. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers. Wait, God, I put the box. Oopsies. Aside.